your host, Donnie Miller, connecting our community with information about issues and opportunities.
We received a call at about 7:58 p.m. this evening from the woman that is in charge of this group home, and she reported that one of her tenants, a 62-year-old female, wasn't taking her medications and had initially reported to have a knife. And the crews were sent. They got here very quickly. About 3 minutes after the call came in, they arrived on the scene, 2-officer unit, and they encountered the female in the second floor of the home. And there was an exchange of words. There was the woman had some type of weapon in her hand. I can't tell you for certain what that weapon was because I don't know for certain at this point what that weapon was. And one of the officers fired at the 62-year-old woman, and she was struck several times, and she died right here.
Good morning. That was Chief of Toledo Police Michael Navarre talking about the recent shooting death of 62-year-old Linda Hicks. We have an awful lot to talk about this morning, so we're going to get right to it. We are discussing the issues, the concerns, the questions surrounding this very, very tragic incident. We have with us today in this discussion political activist, community activist, Pastor Cedric Brock. We also have the president of the NAACP. She's been on our show many times, Willie Ann Moore. All right, you heard it. Reactions?
It's sad. The community is outraged, not just the black community, but the total community, from the input that I take from going throughout the city of Toledo. We heard and saw the comment from the chief of police. I know he has to be politically sound with his comments until further investigation, but it's very upsetting that it seems to be a continuous situation where mentally ill individuals are being handled at a different level. It's sad.
Yeah, very, very sad. We need to say, too, that we're going to actually approach this issue in two ways. Today, we're talking about the impact of this particular incident on the perception of some in the black community that violence toward members of the black community is out of control. Next, Bridges, we will be talking about this incident from the perspective of those who are mentally ill and the way that they are managed in situations of crisis. So thank you very much for that comment. One of the things that's important to note here is that there have been 5 people shot in the last 7 months by Toledo Police, 3 of them with mental illness. And what do you think?
I feel that it's very unfortunate, but it can be avoided. Our police officers need to be trained. We fought after the first incident of the young man that got killed in front of the Toledo Museum of Art. Mm-hmm. We fought with them, and they said then that they would, we worked with NAMI, they said then that they would have officers trained. This is totally voluntary. The training is voluntary. Chief Navarre told me that he has 100 officers trained. If those officers are trained, then why wasn't one in that unit? But when I spoke with him, he said there was an officer, a trained officer, in the unit that went to the home of Miss Hicks. Now, he's the chief of police. This does not have to be voluntary.
The training does not have to be voluntary.